Hey everyone, Jose here at Camp Lakeview Springs. Wanted to send another update on the lodge restoration. Here we are 2 days into the 4th week of restoration. So I'll show you around and show you some of the stuff we've been doing. Well, what mostly the volunteers have been doing. It's pretty cool. So some pretty major changes down here in the basement. I think last time I sent an update, I showed you these logs that we'd restored. But what we've had volunteers doing in here is polishing up these rocks, carving out all the old grouting and mortar and all that stuff, and filling it in with new grouting, new God, I forget what you call it. Whatever you put between the rocks, making it look real nice and polished. So this space is gonna look really nice. The bottom of the rocks is actually a bit lower. Dug a trench around the side so you can see where the bottom of the rocks actually go. So we'll be able to lower the floor in here so that regular tall people don't bump their heads. And we'll be pouring concrete down here and either stamping the concrete to look like brick, or actually bricking it. But the floor, well, it won't be dirt anymore, that's for sure. Now on the other side of the basement, there was crawl space that wasn't much of a crawl space before, but with the help of a lot of young, skinny volunteers, they've been able to get probably, I'd say, about 10 tons of dirt out of here. Not only get the dirt out, but also restore all these logs that were under here, all in really good shape. The only real significant dry rot we found was on this first log, but after that, I mean, the logs were just outstanding. The floor's all level. You can crawl around in here if you really want to, even sit up between the logs. All the rocks have been cleaned out, so we'll be tuck pointing or putting in the concrete mortar stuff in between all these rocks as well on this side, though we're not gonna necessarily try to do it as nice as Dave Stice has been doing it on the other side. This isn't really a showpiece. We just want everything to be strong, secure, and if anybody ever does look in here, it'll look like we care about the building, which we do. No piece of wood or stone or anything in the structure is going to go without us taking a look at it, restoring it, and trying to make it like new. So top to bottom, everything in this building is going to get done right. So we're inside now, going to take a little trip upstairs where we've spent a lot of time getting things ready. So it might look like you can see clear through the building. That's actually an optical illusion caused by the fact that you can actually see all the way through the building, and that's because we've busted out all of the chinking. The chinking had to be redone, but what the chinking also does, once we bust it out, is it reveals the condition of the logs. So we wouldn't have known before busting out the chinking that this log is actually in perfect condition, whereas some of these logs, like this one as an example, is not in perfect condition. So that entire log has to go. That one, I can't remember what we said. This one log that goes across the entire north face of the building here, that one's got to go, unfortunately. A little tough with this giant covered porch. But we have an exciting plan for that, which I'm not going to say because it's not finalized. But all in good time, everything will get fixed. Oh, if you look up, there's no more ceiling. We've completely ripped out the attic. Lots of cool graffiti here. Maybe somebody who wrote some of this will remember. But the attic is gone. These rafters are a little wobbly now that there's nothing attached to them. But the rafters themselves, or we don't call them, those are called joists. Those joists are all really good. We're not going to use them the way they're being used now. This will all open up because there won't be an attic. When you're on the ground floor, you'll be able to see clear up to the ceiling, the bottom of the roof, which we're going to completely redo. So these won't be needed, but we are going to reuse this wood elsewhere. I can't remember where that is, but we are going to use it. Also, you might notice a big hole up there, and if you've ever been in here, there's something missing, and that would be the chimney. We've taken the chimney out from about 4 feet above the top of the roof all the way down, and we are just below the second floor, down on the first level now, breaking out the chimney from the bottom. And I'll show you that. A lot of brick, good brick. I mean, in terms of it being old, we don't want to use anything that's new on the project unless we have to. Old brick looks cooler. So far we've been able to save, I'd say, 90% of the bricks. Some of them just break. They're from different eras. We think when that chimney was put together, it was put together with mostly repurposed materials. But a lot of brick that we will use somewhere. So here's where we were working this afternoon, getting the chimney down. This is the back side. If you remember, this is where the kitchen was, so you couldn't see any of that. That was all hidden, but that's the back of the chimney. And the front of the chimney is this 1950s era, I think, Bedford stone. That's all going to go, well, obviously, because the whole chimney is going to go down all the way to the basement level. So the chimney will be gone, and there will be a chimney. There'll be a big, beautiful fireplace made of limestone. It's going to look awesome. But we're still getting that designed. Still a bunch of chinking to bust out down here. Some walls are done, but quite a bit left to go. Just wanted to point this out. Getting the chimney off the top of the roof, it's a pretty steep slope there. But we've had a really great young volunteer named Colin Brandt. That kid built he built this ladder that hooks over the top. So you can work up there safely. He even built a little work table so you have a place to set your tools when you're working up there. And he put up these pieces of tin and made like a sled. So as they drop bricks and mortar and stuff, it would slide down and hit tin and not like put a hole in the roof or the covered porch, which of course we plan to keep after we make it stronger and nicer, but don't want any holes in it. So yeah, it was tough work up there, but they got it done. This pile of rock here, this is all limestone. This entire pile came out of that sinkhole, one rock at a time, getting dragged and rolled while we were laying on our bellies. But it all came out, and we plan to reuse as much as we can. We're going to need a lot more limestone to build the new chimney and for some other foundation repairs. I can show you a little bit. You can see from the outside it's pretty ugly. A lot of patchwork done over the years with various materials, So all that's it's gonna look consistent. It's gonna look like old limestone, and it'll look real pretty. Well, there's probably a million other things I could show you. We've been working pretty hard the last three and a half weeks. Best thing I can say though is if you're interested in helping with the project, sign up to volunteer or just show up. You've got a couple hours, or you're driving by and you want to swing a crowbar or push a broom. There's always work for anybody who wants to come and help out. Give me a call, sign up on the website, shoot me an email, or again, just show up. We're here from 7 to 4 on Tuesday through Saturday. Come on by, and we'll let you help out. You can say you were a part of this historic restoration. Thanks, and God bless.